So after much hard labour scrolling through the trending section and several other sections on YouTube, it seems they have a thing for favouring censorship or mainstream garbage that panders to the lowest common denominator. And that's what I'm here to talk about, you know, censorship and how YouTube is screwing us smaller channels over. I know you may be wondering, Devus, what do you mean? What do you mean the YouTube are censoring you and other smaller channels? I hear you ask. Many ways. I can't say it in one way, it's just many ways. But I'm here to explain at least a few of them. So, without further ado, without waffle, let's get into this. Let's get into this ramble fest. The way I mean YouTube is screwing us smaller channels over is if a channel like myself or even other channels that I know, smaller channels, if they say any kind of naughty words or anything that's a little bit that could be considered a little bit offensive, YouTube seems to just stomp out our creativity and stuff like that, or a little bit of humour, and they seem to be trying to make it like some kind of safe space, some kind of SJW safe space, and I find it ridiculous that they're trying to do that. This isn't YouTube Kids, this is YouTube. This is the site where everybody from all walks of life, from whatever beliefs, can all just come together and make some kind of content, give it out to the greater community and see what they think about it, no matter if somebody agrees with it or not. It shouldn't be because of if they say a naughty word or not, it shouldn't be about that, or if they're a bit offensive. It shouldn't be any of that. That's not how the site should be run, whatever. Like, it's astounding just how much you, Susan Wojcicki, if you're watching this video, like, it's astounding just how much you managed to screw this site up in the short time that you've been the CEO. Like, we thought you were going to start making the site better in 2016, but your actions in the previous year or so really have shown that you did not mean what you said. You said that you're listening. You're not. You're not listening to us. You're just listening to yourselves, because, you know, it's going to try to make yourself more money, which I can't exactly argue with. YouTube really isn't profitable, and I can see kind of why. But it's more like you're just shooting yourself in the foot. You're just shooting yourself in the foot, because you're censoring some of your greatest content creators on the site. People like PewDiePie, and people that are really popular that can make you a lot of money. You know, like Filthy Frank, I know he's quit, but I'm just saying. iDubbbz, Max Bofo, Pyrocynical, Akindale War, Kadikarus, just so many different content creators that, because they're a little bit offensive, you just decided to go, oh, you get no more money because you're naughty, you're a naughty little boy. It's like, why? Why take away their monetization money all because they're a little bit offensive? If it's down to the kids, then it's not exactly the kids' fault, it's more the parents' fault. It's down to the parents what they're watching on YouTube. If you're not going to be watching what your child's watching on YouTube, then, sorry, I'm sorry to offend, but you are a bad parent. If you can't watch what your kid is watching on YouTube, then it just shows you're a lazy ass parent. And if you don't want your kid to be seeing certain stuff on YouTube, you can put restricted mode on the main site, and they even have YouTube Kids, which is for kids, and it has an even more restricted mode on that site itself, which is already restricted. And I'm not the only person who's ever said this. Kadikarus himself has said it in one of his videos, which I completely agree with. Like, if you don't want your kids seeing certain stuff that has been on YouTube in the past, go on YouTube Kids and put it on the restricted mode. You'll get some of the most restricted and most safest content as possible from YouTube. And if that doesn't work for you, they have television with channels dedicated to hours and hours and hours of kids content. And then you have Netflix with the children's section, so I don't see what the whole problem is with the whole censorship. Like, it's down to the parents to look after the kids and to make sure that they're not looking at, you know, bad stuff on YouTube. But it's not the case for YouTube to be censoring out that bad stuff. YouTube is a site where parodies exist. YouTube is a place where people can come from all different places and all different walks of life and all different kind of opinions and be able to speak their mind. If you don't like that, then that's your problem. Not mine, yours. And that's what I don't get. If us smaller channels on YouTube swearing a little bit, I've seen it that a lot of them really don't get the promotion that they used to. Like, in very YouTube terms, I'm sure you've seen Damn Dog Games make a video about how basically, since this whole new YouTube algorithm bollocks started happening, us YouTube creators, small and big, have been getting censored because, hey, YouTube just loves to censor people. And that's the way it seems these days. Like, I myself, my most viewed video has like 2k views at most, and ever since it's just seemed to drop since then and go down, even though I've been trying to improve. And if it's all because I swear, I'm sorry. I'm not going to change. It's your problem, I guess, because I'm not going to change just because you don't like me swearing. Like, that's your bloody problem. I don't care. If you don't like people swearing, then just go. Go off the video, watch something else. Watch, I don't know, Frozen House on Spider-Man. Or, I don't know, a Roblox video. I don't care. But it's not my problem you don't like swearing. So stop coming at us YouTubers with, you know, your anger. You shouldn't be having to go at us, you should be having to go at YouTube and the parents themselves. Because the parents are supposed to be the ones watching and policing what the kid's watching. So we can't really be held responsible. I know there's some YouTubers that could actually be held responsible, like Freaky Families. That was entirely their own fault, and I'm glad that they're gone. But for the most part, some YouTubers make it stuff that's intentionally offensive. And if you don't like that stuff, then don't watch it. You know, there is a back button, and there is a restricted mode, and there's billions upon billions upon billions of other videos to watch. So I don't see what this whole demonetization for certain topics and stuff like that, or swearing and all that, just because people are a bit naughty and a bit offensive. I really don't get it. Like, can't people have an opinion? Can't people just express themselves? But I guess that's not the case. It's just, as I said about the YouTube trending section, all it is not even a bot these days that we discovered. It's just Team YouTube putting crap on the trending page and trying to promote it. So in that sense, they're just promoting mainstream garbage. Stuff like TV shows, even though TV shows, well, in the clues in the name, the TV shows are already making enough money. I don't see why they're trying to make extra money just because of YouTube, just to, you know, milk that cash cow more. And then you get shows like, I don't know, what's his name now? Not Conan O'Brien, the other one. I can't remember the name of the show, but like all these talk shows and all these different, just basically different TV shows. Why are they on YouTube when they're already making enough money on television? It's just greed. You're basically promoting greed from other creators. And I don't really prefer to call them creators. They're not creating anything. All they're really doing is making pretty much the same show, just a different topic. I know that's pretty much what people could say for me. But I still have a level of originality, and I don't have billions of pounds or billions of dollars worth of, I don't know, a cameraman, a massive set, you know, makeup, just to make me look good. I'm sorry, I'm an ugly piece of shit. You know, I'm sorry that YouTube right now is going down the toilet. It's not my fault, it's not any of our fault. It's the people at Team YouTube are acting like a bunch of children for an SJW safe space. This site isn't any safe space, and it should not be made into one. If people don't like it, they can go off. They can just turn off the computer. They can turn it off, and they can go watch TV, watch stuff that hasn't got any naughty words in it. I'm sorry to say sarcastic. It gets on my nerves that we're copying the flank for what is pretty much YouTube's fault. Like, if YouTube don't like, you know, well, not really in YouTube's fault. It's mostly the parents' fault. If the parents don't like their kids watching people who swear or have intentionally offensive content, then it's their duty to make sure they don't watch it. That they watch safer stuff, or stuff that's more safer for them. And before you say, oh, what is Logan Paul blogs? No. Logan Paul is nowhere near safe for children. He really isn't. Neither is Jake Paul. Don't like either of them. I mean, I don't mind Logan, but I still don't respect him that much. I seriously don't. So this is basically my open letter to YouTube to say, stop censoring people, help out the smaller channels like myself and many others who are trying so damn hard to get their voices heard on your site, where you should be at least trying to help us a little bit by giving us some promotion. At least try and help us. Don't just try and stomp out creativity all because of the offensive words and, you know, kids probably watching us because their parents are so bad at their job. But anyways, end of rant, end of ramble, end of rant, what do you want to call it? I do hope you enjoyed that. I guess you could tell, I guess you could say, I'm salty at YouTube. No, I'm not salty, I'm just being reasonable. Censorship shouldn't be a thing. I don't see why since we're just in order team YouTube, I'm making it a thing. Anyways, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that for the rest of your day you have a wonderful one. I really hope you also have a wonderful week. And I hope soon enough that YouTube will stop with this crap and then we can get back to our regular scheduled programming. Other than that, Devus